really fun characters. All the species have their own distinct look to them. They're not just like Star Trek aliens where they're all the same, maybe just a different color and some shit on their forehead.
All right, we're live again, guys. Just so you know. No, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. We were just talking about the game and aliens, and how they had a variety, and they didn't just look like one alien.
Yeah, like you got some aliens that live in gas giants. You've got like these weird ass tentacle aliens called the Urquan. Oh, it's such a great game, and it's so big. It's such a large game. Yeah. And the cool thing is that you can't just wander around the galaxy the entire time. There is a ticking clock element.
Okay. Wouldn't that be fun though?
Oh, it is so much fun. It is. I am enjoying, as I thought, okay, I'll just play this for a little bit. 4 hours later, I'm like, oh shit, I'm still playing this game.
Oh, right on. I might know what went wrong. I got my PS5 playing at the same time, so, and that's why that Elgato is right there.
Oh,
dude,
okay.
This is yeah. Well,
so we return their hosting duties to you, Fox.
No, you guys are doing just fine, dude. I'm telling you. Well, our first one, Helldivers. I don't know if I sent you guys this one, but apparently the Helldivers were tasked to kill 2 billion bugs, and they expected them to take 6 days. They did it in less than 24 hours.
Wow.
I thought that was so freaking cool.
How many bugs?
2 billion.
2 billion
with a B.
Right. So you guys know now, I work in IT, right?
Yeah.
How they managed to turn around fixing bugs and testing it within 24 hours?
Oh, no. I think
the antagonist in Helldivers.
That's the those.
Yeah, like Starship Troopers.
Man,
dude,
could you imagine
crazy.
2 billion bugs in a piece of software?
Yeah, that would be so crazy.
You'd have to work for Microsoft.
I can't.
Sorry.
Right on. But isn't that nuts, dude? Like, people are really loving this game, and I love that they love this game, dude. I haven't gotten into it yet. We've got Panda. He's playing it too, but man, I don't think he's been streaming a lot lately, or I haven't been catching him. I think I have his notifications turned on, I think. But anyway, people love this game, and I don't see its popularity dipping anytime soon, especially if they keep doing stuff like this. Do you guys remember Joel, the guy who was kind of working behind the scenes and pulling the strings on everything, like nerfing guns and making, bugs stronger or something like that? It was like a running joke for a while that Joel is he's like a mastermind behind everything. People loved him or hated him, but yeah, man, I thought that was really fun and funny, and really speaks to the popularity of the game. People are still absolutely loving it even after its launch. But
so sorry, so this Joel guy is basically just working behind the scenes to just maintain a balance.
Yes,
that's neat.
Yes. Sometimes it's for nefarious reasons, sometimes he's there to give the players a boost. And it's really cool. And what's this is more so for our next one, but everyone, thoughts and prayers to Gamer Geek, where she is. Their weather is being super it's pretty squirrely out there right now, so if you guys, thoughts and prayers to Gamer. But she is our resident Taylor Swiftie, as long as our Resident Evil lover on the channel.
I thought it was Scotty. I thought Scotty was the Swiftie.
Right on. You don't have to be ashamed, dude. I love some of her music. Yeah. I'm a shifty Swiftie. I'm not a all in on the Swift, Taylor Swift, but some of her music does it gets me, singing and dancing and all that good stuff. But the only reason I mentioned Taylor Swift is apparently, it's rumored that she's going to be a cameo on Deadpool 3, and people think she's going to be the Dazzler. And she's had a lyric in her song, and now everyone is like, oh, she just confirmed that she's going to be the Dazzler in Deadpool 3. Now, apparently Ryan Reynolds, her, and a lot of other people that worked on this movie are friends. So it's not far-fetched to think that she might make a cameo, but I don't think that she's going to be the Dazzler. I think she's going to be, Lady Deadpool. I think she's going to be Lady Deadpool in the movie. They are going the way of multiverses. You know, we saw a few images of that in the trailer, but if she does show up at all, I think she'll be Lady Deadpool. I think she's got that much pull with those guys, with Ryan Reynolds, and I want to say Sean Levy is the director on that. But last but not least, Sonic fans, I believe we all are, and Keanu Reeves just was cast as Shadow in Sonic 3. That right there, I'm wondering which version of Keanu we're gonna get. Are we gonna get Matrix version of Keanu? He's a really good actor, because I mean, what, Devil's Apprentice, or what is that?
Devil's Advocate.
Devil's Advocate. Yes, yeah. He was really good in that. He's done a lot of straight to deep. John Wick. Right on. Okay.
Yeah.
John Wick.
That would work. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not as big of a Sonic fan, just because I didn't have a Sega. I haven't really played any of the games, but I've always liked the character of Sonic, and then learning about Shadow, and I did some reading on Shadow. I'm like, oh, this guy's actually got a really interesting history.
Yes, neat backstory.
He's sort of an anti-hero, which I think Keanu Reeves can definitely do. I mean, John Wick is not that far from that type of character.
Right. No, he used to kill people for money. Now he's just doing it for revenge. Right.
I don't know though. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But did they really? I mean, because Keanu Reeves isn't cheap, so I'm hoping that they don't take them. I'm hoping that this is a wise use of money for them. Yeah.
And I think it will. Keanu, he's still got a lot of pull, especially revitalizing his career with John Wick. You know, I think he can get butts and seats. I think he's able to do it. I know I'll be there for sure, because I'm a fan of Keanu and Sonic. You know, I remember Bill and Ted's Awesome Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Adventure. You know, freaking awesome. Just great movies. Great guy too, on and off the camera. You know.
The interesting thing, though, that I read is that his backstory is going to be a little bit different, where Dr. Robotnik is actually the one that creates him and not his grandfather from 50 years before.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know how much that's going to change, because, you can say that Keanu Reeves is going to be in it and he's going to be voicing this character, but how is that character going to be portrayed? How is Shadow going to be portrayed?
Yeah.
Right? Is he going to be like anti-Sonic completely, or just have his own motivation and be the anti-hero? I don't know. Interested to see.
Yeah.
That comes down more to writing than it does casting.
Exactly. And I hope they have decent writers on there. I was super excited about the Knuckles spinoff that they're doing. But now that I see he's going to be tagging, have the human guy tagging along with him, turning him into a warrior, I'm less enthused about it. I thought it was going to be. That's what it looks like. The trailers have been showing that. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's a big bummer, dude.
The interesting thing, though, and one thing I'm a little grateful for, but I'm also worried about, is that the fact that Keanu Reeves is going to be in this and he's going to be voicing a very popular character kind of shows how far that video game adaptations have really come.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. You've got actors, big name actors, because he's not at the tail end of his career. He's still going strong.
Yeah.
Who's wanting to be part of this?
Yep. Idris Elba too. He's Knuckles. He's a big name actor.
Oh, you know what's crazy? I remember when I watched that trailer for the first time. I didn't know who the voice actors were. At that point. I saw Knuckles and I heard his voice. And then I heard it was Idris Elba, and I was like, it can't be. And I kept rewinding that trailer back, and I thought, That's Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Yeah, he smashed that role.
Yeah, he did. God, it's too good. It's so good, dude.
So the downside of this, though, the flip side, I should say, is Transformers 1.
Yeah, what is that? what is that?
What? I don't know. I don't know who the hell asked for this movie to be made.
They turned Optimus Prime into a trash man. Nothing against trash men.
I was talking to my wife about this, and I said, you know what? It's basically just like a YA novel version of Transformers. It's what it feels like.
Yes.
It's Optimus Prime and Megatron in high school.
That's so.
You know, I think the disrespect of that trailer is when they said something along the lines of, "This is how it started. This is how their story started," and it was like, it didn't start like that.
No, guaranteed
That's
it.
not how you remember it.
No.
And it's such. Like, I'm looking at the cast. And it makes me sad because there's so many talented people in this project that I think is going to be absolute dog crap. You got Keegan-Michael Key, Lawrence Fishburne, Steve Buscemi, Chris Hemsworth, John Hamm, Scarlett Johansson. Like, come on.
The Avengers are back.
Oh, yeah, in Transformers form.
Dude, perfect. That is awesome. Well, freaking, I just to kind of like, I'm not going to add to that because that was perfectly said. It's like, it's garbage tier with great actors in it. But Scarlett Johansson is supposed to be taking over for Chris Pratt in the Jurassic Park franchise. She's supposed to be taking the lead in it. So I think he's kind of doing a passing the torch type thing with Scarlett Johansson. As far as I know, I think that's still just a rumor right now, but the articles are floating around that she's going to be taking the place of Chris Pratt. It's a lot better than whatever she's got going on right now with this Transformers one. That is just, that's an abomination, dude. I couldn't believe it. Like, I really wanted to watch, to like it. You know, I wanted to like it, but as soon as like they had Optimus Prime, like being basically a trash man, I was like, I'm out. I'm out. I don't care about anything.
Well,
hang
on. To be fair, that's not Optimus Prime. That's Orion Pax. That completely different character. So it's okay that they make him look like a. God, I just can't even. I couldn't even make it through the trailer, to be honest.
Yeah,
I couldn't even make it through the trailer. I'm like, this. Pardon my language. Well, I'm just watching this thing, and this looks like shit.
Yeah.
Who asked for this?
No one.
And then I just shut it off.
Yeah. Yep. You just move
Put
on.
some episodes of Transformers G1 to just kind of cleanse my palate.
That's exactly.
Good to go.
And that's why a lot of people are playing older games now, dude. That's probably why. Also, I think you were on here, Scotty, when Nas said instead of charging $70 for games, maybe have like a donation type model. Right, where you can donate money if you really like a game. However,
no, I didn't say that.
Oh,
I didn't say that. That was Mike Ibarra. I saw I saw the reaction to him. I'm not taking credit for that anymore.
No. We said that. We said this. We said once you say it, everyone's gonna start saying it. They must have seen this podcast box and was like, you know what? We're just gonna take it. So it's hard.
To be fair, I wasn't talking about doing that for AAA games.
Right.
No freaking way. You pay $70 for a game, that's more than enough.
They took your idea and put a little spin on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now that's the thing though. Like, I think the $70 price tag is already a full price game, right? But if it was like $30, $40, and it was a AAA game, I wouldn't mind donating money to them. Like, you know what? I love this thing. Here's $10, you know, or here's 15. And you know that you're going to have people out there that's like, here's 100, you know, and that will equal out to a really decent return on that game. Right. So yeah, that $70 price tag, he was out of order with that, but the fundamentals, yes, I agree with, you know what I mean? Fundamentally, I agree with him.
I think people were going after him more because of him being higher up at Activision Blizzard for a long time, and then all of the layoffs, and they're putting it all on his feet.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can separate him and what you perceive him to be responsible for from the idea that he has, and you can treat them as two different things. You don't automatically have to shit on a good potentially good idea just because you don't like the person saying it. Does that therefore mean that he can never say anything that you might agree with because of what his past is? That's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Wow. I would even go as far as to say that if the president of Embracer had a good idea, it would be okay with me. I can't even remember his name right now, but yeah, if he came out and said something like this, minus the $7 game, I'm like, I really don't like this guy, but he's right. He's right on that.
He's out of line, but he's right. It's that's that meme from Winter Soldier and
what is it? Anthony Mackie.
Yeah. It's hard though. Sometimes I get the temptation. It's like, oh, somebody I don't like is saying something. I'm gonna try and find a crack in here, something I could dunk on him with.
Yeah,
right. I get it, but chill out.
Yeah, give the man his due. He's on to something pretty good there.
A broken clock can be right twice a day.
That is true. Yes, and he's right on this one.
It is though. I think the idea is there, but you can see why people get really pissed off about it. On the basis that the games now aren't that great, so people are looking at it thinking, hold on, we've got next generation consoles out, the games aren't up to standards, yet you want us to give you more money when games are already $70, £70. Like, that's gonna get on people's nerves.
Oh yeah, and I totally get where they're coming from too. If he would have just put the baseline at around $30-$40, I think he would have been totally fine. But he took it to the extreme. He was like, hey fellow gamers, while you're paying for this this $70 full price game, how about throwing a little extra for your Witcher there,
but we're gonna charge you for the DLC later on.
For Witcher 3, I think I might have considered it. I might depend. You know what? A lot of it comes down to how much I paid for the game in the first place. Oh, wow. If I paid full pop for it, then no, I'm probably not going to tip. I'm going to look at this and say, I've already spent enough on this.
Right on. Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of people are with it right now.
But if you buy like a game that's on sale for $20 and you feel like you get more out of it than what you spent, if you feel compelled afterwards to spend more money on it without being asked, absolutely, you should be able to do it.
Yeah. Holy moly. Let's get into the chat real quick if I can figure this out. Jeez, dude. It's one of those days, dude. I can legitimately say it's one of those days. But let's get into the chat real quick and then we'll get into our 3 big stories. Sorry, I'm powering through this right now. It's just
I just looked at my calendar in the corner of my screen and I just realized it's 4:20.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Was it were Bill and Ted, they acted like stoners, but they weren't really stoners. They were just dumb.
They weren't stoners, they were just dumb. I love that.
Right on, man. But happy 420 to everybody. I'm not a big smoker, the statutes of limitations have run out on me. I used to back in the day, but I'm once I joined the Marine Corps, that was it. I was like, why am I doing this? It's like clean my life up, get a life, do something with myself. But yeah. Not to say that my future prospects with it are not there. They might certainly be, but I'm off it now. Kids and all that'll do it. But anyway, sorry. What am I even saying right now? But we've got, let's take a look, see. Lord Beerus. That's where you teleported to. Yes, if you guys are just tuning in now, our first stream, I couldn't say anything, but what I hate is that Scotty and Nosh, you guys were freaking, it was mint. It was so good. And I didn't want to restart it, but unfortunately we had to. Yeah. You guys killed it.
It's all good.
Right on. Lord Beerus again. I was using a Dragon Radar to find the stream for part 2. I don't know if right on. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it, Lord Beerus. God Haiku prayers for Gamer Geek. Yes, she's going through some weather right now where she's at, and it's knocking out power. So it's in and out. So thoughts and prayers to her, everyone watching, if you watch this later. Lord Beers. Oh God, no Swifty stuff. Sorry, not sorry, Geek. Geek, if you see this after the fact, he's going at you.
I'm gonna be honest. If I see Taylor Swift in Deadpool 3, I'm probably gonna roll my eyes.
Yes, because she doesn't seem like a Deadpool fan. It'd be one thing if she was, always like, oh, did you guys see issue blah 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 of Deadpool, or oh, did you hear this, that, the third about Deadpool? But she just is a cameo because she's a famous person, which I mean is fine, but
does it add to the movie?
No.
Does it add to the movie in a meaningful way?
No.
If not, then get it the hell out of there. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, it's getting people in seats. That's it. Anyone normally who wouldn't be there, who aren't Deadpool fans, they hear Taylor Swift's going to be in it, they're flooding into the theaters. That's what it's for. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
All the Swifties out there, they're nuts. Lord Beerus, Keanu is a decent actor. For me, Street Kings is my favorite role for him. I don't think I've ever seen it.
No, I haven't seen that either.
Have you seen it, Scotty?
Years ago. Yeah, years ago. It's gonna sound silly. I can't remember the plot, but I remember the movie. I remember him in it.
Right on. No, freaking.
I'm trying to think of what my favorite movie with him is. I can't really think of it. It probably has to be John Wick, but the funny thing is, I like John Wick more for Michael Nyqvist, the guy who plays Vigo, the big bad in the movie.
Okay,
that guy, he made that movie for me.
Right on. Which one are we talking about?
The first one.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
Did he
plays Vigo?
Did he play the devil in Constantine? Oh wow, I forgot he was in Constantine too.
I think so.
He was. Yeah.
Jeez, Keanu Reeves. Constantine is one of my favorite movies, dude.
He's got a good CV, man. He's in a lot of movies.
Yeah. The Matrix takes it for me though. That one takes it for me. My Matrix Keanu is my favorite Keanu. Oh my gosh. Oh, now all the scenes are just running through my head. But let's get to this next one. Lord Beerus, Nas mentioned Xevious for the NES. Is that how you pronounce that?
Xevious. I don't know how to say it. It didn't come with a pronunciation guide, so.
Right on. I could be wrong, but it sounds like an arcade game by Namco. I remember, wasn't it?
Yes,
one of those.
I think it was
games like Galaga. That's the one I was thinking of. In Raystorm in 1943, etc. Galaga, the arcade style one, right? Or
Lord Beerus. That's right. Cool. I'm pretty sure it was an arcade game. I think I saw it at like one arcade, and I was so excited that a game that I was playing at home was in an arcade.
Right on. I remember when Tekken was in arcades, dude. That's back when their hands were just, spheres. And, oh, dude. Like when you hit someone up in the sky, they would just go up for like 40 feet. Yeah. It was nuts.
One of my favorite games. Yeah.
You guys ever go back and play those older games? Those older Tekkens?
Not really. That kind of makes me want to though.
No,
good on you, Scotty.
Tekken 2.
Yeah.
It's in the PlayStation Store because they got that membership pass. I think it's changed now. You got platinum. I think you got gold or something like that.
Gotcha.
PlayStation Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think they got 3 tiers now. So if you purchase a platinum membership, you can download PlayStation games backward
compatibility. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I downloaded Tekken 2.
Oh, dope.
Well, I want Tekken 3. I think that's the best Tekken.
Is that the one with the kangaroo and the like the raptor and stuff? That's hilarious. They went off the rails with it at one point, dude.
Yeah, they had King with the Nike TNs as well, the trainers. But they couldn't actually put a Nike tick on it, but you knew they were Nike.
Right on. Those were popular for a while, so I can see why they did it. God, that's hilarious, dude. Lord Beers again. Nas, John had a question for you before the stream restarted. I think he wants to know if you tried that game he suggested to you. I don't know if John is still here or not.
It was Revita, I believe, right? Yeah, because he commented on one of my videos about a game that he thought I might be interested in, and I looked at it, and it really does look like my kind of game. It's
right
yeah, but I will be getting to it at some point. It's for a game that looks this good for only being $20. See, this is the type of game that if I enjoyed, I would be willing to tip at the end of.
Right on. Yes, right on. See, yeah. We're gonna make it just go mainstream. F what people think about Ybarra. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Okay.
Not for AAA.
Not for AAA. Well, I will say AAA is fine as long as they price it right. $70 is. If people are saying that it's temporary, it seems like it's the industry standard, but there will be a kind of a, what do you call it? An equilibrium where everything gets back to where it's supposed to be. And games aren't going to be $70. That's not sustainable. People don't have that kind of money to spend on gaming like that, So if they want to stay at $70, a lot of these AAA, studios, they won't last, unfortunately. At least that's what I think anyway. Yeah. Lord Beers, personally, I think Geek's internet and power issues aren't the weather. I think it's secretly a conspiracy from Umbrella because she keeps destroying the operations of Raccoon City via her YouTube. That's freaking dope. Oh gosh. Lord Beers, I'm with Nas. She doesn't belong in comic book movies. That's as bad as Lady Gaga and Joker 2. 100%. 100%. But
I'm honestly sorry, go ahead.
No. Go for it, Nas.
I'm willing to entertain Lady Gaga. I want to see it. In case anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, she's in Joker 2, which is a musical.
Yes, it's a musical. They yikes.
Oh, musical. So that kind of makes sense then.
It does, yeah. Because she's a singer and she's acted before and stuff.
Depends on the time zone. Depends on the timeline of the movie. Is it modern Joker 2? Because I don't think the first one was.
I think they were going like super grounded with it, like way realistic. Like if Joker wasn't just the laughing man, they actually attribute it to his mental health, and they put that and at the front of his story. You know what I mean? So yeah,
I'm willing to give it a chance.
Yeah.
Mainly because I have goodwill towards the first movie.
Right on. Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix, he's been great in everything I've seen him in. So I'll give it a chance for him. But Lady Gaga, she's always been kind of a nut, so I haven't really been able to take her seriously,
I don't really know anything about her outside of her music, really. Right on. What she's like or anything like that. I know nothing about her.
What were you gonna say, Scotty?
I've got this crazy prediction, right? And I said it at the time. I think Joker and Robert Pattinson's Batman will cross over. I thought about it and I thought it could, because it's both dark. It seems like it's in a similar setting, especially how the first Joker ended. And remember, Batman's not Batman yet. We haven't seen Batman. Well, we saw Bruce in the first Joker, but I just get a suspicion that they will cross over. I mean, that might just be a bold statement, but I don't know. I wouldn't rule it out. I don't know why.
Hey man, I'm good with theories. I'm good with tossing theories out there. I'm all about it, dude. Lord Beers, Street Kings is the one where Keanu plays an LAPD detective. Yo.
I think that's with Forrest Whitaker. Yeah, Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, get out of here. Oh, yeah. I like Forrest Whitaker. He's dope too. I didn't like him in Black Panther. I thought that role was beneath him, dude. Seriously, because he's such a good actor. What's that one where he's a cop and he's trying to find someone who killed like
Taken 3.
A prostitute? No. Taken 3. Oh shoot! I gotta watch those. all of them. I've seen the first one and the second one. I haven't seen all of them.
That's right. Yeah, that's
right. Street Kings looks interesting. I didn't realize that there were so many people in it. Chris Evans is in it. Hugh Laurie? Really? What? Hugh Laurie's in this?
Holy crap.
Keanu Reeves, Cedric the Entertainer, Terry Crews.
Whoa.
Common.
I think the game's in that as well. The rapper.
Hold on.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Clifton
the
Powell.
Game?
What's it like? What?
I'm just going to write this down. I'm like, oh, I got to watch Street Kings.
Where? Oh, wow.
Naomi Harris.
Chris Evans looks so out of place in this picture I'm looking at. I mean, kind of so does Keanu Reeves, but they both just look so out of place.
He's not Captain America Jack yet, is he?
He's part of the way there in this picture. That's for sure. But
2008. When did first Captain America come out?
Probably close to that. I would say 2009,
2011.
Oh, right on.
So
okay.
3 years later. Yeah.
This is crazy. This is a really stacked cast. Look at this. Let me. Okay, hold here.
Lord Beerus is the gift that keeps giving.
He is.
Okay,
we're in it now.
That's true.
Well, the one I'm thinking of is like super old. It was Crying Game, I want to say it was called, with Forrest Whitaker. He's a detective. I want to say it's the Crying Game. Anyway, let's move on to our next. We didn't read this one. Lord Beerus again, Tekken, Nina, and Forest Law, Knockout. Yeah, freaking Law. Well, yeah, Law was my favorite for a while. Lei is Lei Wulong, I want to say his name is.
Lei Wulong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's pretty good too.
Yeah, he was brilliant. Nice.
Yeah.
Did I just read that?
What?
Tekken had that Panda Kuma that had a fart attack with green gas.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh my! And also you had
That's dope.
Dr. Roshinov, I think his name was, and he had bad breath, so he'd breathe in your face. You see this mist, and like the fighter would drop to the floor.
That's freaking. What? Oh my gosh,
wow.
Dude.
I really missed out.
No, I mean, you can always get caught up on it, man. But you know,
yeah, that's true.
Scotty, Lord Beerus, Scotty makes a unique idea that could work with the dark, raw grittiness. So he's talking about the yeah. Right on. Okay. Right on, man. Lord Beerus, Forrest Whitaker is amazing in the Shield TV series. Yes, Fox, you should watch all 3 Taken movies. If you like John Wick, you should like the trilogy. Right on. I think, what is his name?
Liam
Neeson, because he kept doing that kind of movie, people were like, okay, calm down.
It's Taken. And they took my daughter again.
Yeah.
And they took my daughter again.
And they addressed that in Deadpool. He was like, at some point, when is he just a bad father? Oh my gosh. Before we get into our main ones, just want to everyone like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. We do this every Saturday. It changes up every now and again, but I really love the panel that we have accumulated up to this point. It's really freaking awesome. But let's get into our first one. We're going to be talking about Skybound and their AAA game of Invincible. Okay, so do we have any fans of Invincible?
Yep.
Right on. Okay, so right on. Good deal. So, oh geez, I'm screwing everything up over here. Give me 1 second. Move you over a little bit, Scotty.
Oh, sorry, man.
All right. So Invincible, it was kind of a breakout hit when it came out. I didn't even know that it was a comic series to begin with. Talk about like someone saw this is a great idea to put to a series. It's freaking phenomenal. But with Skybound creating this AAA game, are we super excited about that? How do we want it to look? Do we want it to be first person, over the shoulder? What do we want out of this?
third person.
Okay.
Springs to mind.
Right on.
Because I'm just thinking back to games like, Batman, Arkham Asylum.
Yes. Yeah.
Those type of superhero games. Spider-Man as well.
Yes.
Like you want to see the hero. I think personally, you want to see when they're utilizing their powers. You want to be able to see them fly in the air. You want to be able to see them punch them from one
like a Rocksteady type game.
Yeah,
exactly.
Earlier Rocksteady game.
But I don't know. I mean, I think it depends what they're doing the game on. If it's based on a TV series, probably needs a bit more content. So
gotcha.
If they're going to make a game, it might be best to do on the comics, because I think the comics are quite far in advance.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I didn't know about this, so you let me know about this, Fox, to be honest with you.
Oh, right on. Okay, dope.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I haven't watched the show too much. I've seen clips here and there and thought, oh, this is wow, brutal. This is not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I think I just saw enough to see who's J.K. Simmons play, Ultraman or whatever, something like that.
Omni-Man.
Omni-Man, thank you. Just doing what we all knew Superman was capable of, but never really did.
Yes,
so that was like eye-opening. I'm like, oh, okay, this is happening. But also just J.K. Simmons is just bloody amazing.
Yes.
I could listen to that guy read a phone book. It's funny though, because when I saw this headline, I thought I already had a game in mind that I thought they were going to make, and then I read the article and I realized, oh no, they didn't actually say that. I just dreamt it. I thought it was going to be a 1v1 fighting game like Mortal Kombat or Injustice, for example.
Yes. Okay.
Because I'm thinking, okay, comic book adaptation for games, and that Injustice was what came to mind. And then having seen all of the clips of Omni-Man in MK, I thought, okay, well that's just it. That's got to be it, right? So my mind just made that connection without it actually existing. But I'm realizing now that I have no idea what they're going to be doing. There's nothing in here talking about the type of game they're going to be making. And I looked a little bit into Skybound, and I saw that a lot of what they've published have been Telltale type games, like the Walking Dead Telltale series and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, well, that could actually work, like a Persona type game where there's a lot of story, which would work with the comic book elements of it, but there's still some fun gameplay. So I think that'd be an interesting approach. I mean, fans of this series probably are going to want something that's more like, I could see a lot of people liking what Scotty suggested, with just like a Rocksteady type game.
Right on. I'm thinking Insomniac, because you've played Spider-Man 2, Scotty, haven't you?
Played the first one, not played the second one yet. But
gotcha.
Did they not also make? I might be getting confused. What's that game called? PlayStation game exclusive. Carry on, Fox. It'll come back to me.
Right on. Right. Right on. But in the second one, they get wingsuits, so you're able to kind of glide through the city. And I was looking at that, and I was like, man, that's the first thing that came to mind when I saw this title. That would be so dope for you to be able to just free fly wherever in, kind of like, goodness gracious, I keep saying sorry, but kind of like Spider-Man 2, you go fight bad guys and you have like an overarching story to it. I think that would be really, really dope if they did it like that.
Actually, do you guys remember Prototype?
Yes.
Yes.
That
game,
I think
crazy.
It was
so good. Dude.
Wild.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That could work. I think that type of game could work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah.
I think they'll need to, because in Invincible, they literally smash up cities.
Yes.
The Prototype, from memory, you can like lift up cars and just throw.
You can do all sorts of stuff. You can change your body into just limbs into weapons and just man. It really, like, if you ever want to play a game where you feel like an unstoppable killing machine, you play Prototype.
God, the one thing that comes to mind is him turning his arm into like that big jagged scythe looking thing. Yeah, that's freaking dope. Right on.
Oh man, what a fun game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There's a Walking Dead link in here. So you said, I think Naz, you were saying Skybound did the Walking Dead game.
Yeah, so the creators of Invincible also created Walking Dead, amongst other things.
Yeah, because I was going to say that, because they created the creators of Walking Dead created this, didn't they?
Yep. Yep.
And
that's what I'm most familiar from.
Cast as well on Invincible, because
that's right.
Did you ever watch Walking Dead?
Yeah, the Invincible is the one of the main characters. Yeah,
it's Glenn.
Yeah.
So they work with Image Comics. Invincible, they've got like a bunch of properties.
Right on.
What I find interesting, though, is that they're going the crowdfunding route.
Yes. It's so their goal was 50,000. They totally obliterated that with 446,000 that they have.
That's over 500 now.
Oh shoot! Nice. And it ends. What is today? It ends 10 days from now on April 30th. That's going to be the end. So they've got more than enough. So when I was reading about this, what really kind of came to mind was the fact that they're putting feelers out there to see if there's excitement for this. This might go towards the overall budget for the game. I mean, I wouldn't assume they would waste this money. They put it towards something. But what I'm thinking is they're seeing what kind of buzz is out there, the appetite for a Invincible game, you know. That's what I think they're going for here.
I wonder if the other reason, there's a part of me that's just wondering if the reason that they're looking at funding this way is just to avoid any outside interference in what they want the final product to be.
Yeah. Right on.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
You won't have, well, as you're saying, because with publishers as well, they would probably want things in a certain way, whereas, as you were saying, Nars, if it's crowdfunded, then it's like, right, we've got the budget, let's create the game we want to create.
Yeah. Yep. No, I like that.
I'm interested to hear more.
Me too. Freaking, we'll keep an eye on this one. Our second one is Take-Two and their layoffs that they're going through right now, which is an absolute bummer. I never want to see this happening. When I was looking at this, I had no idea the amount of money that they made from Grand Theft Auto 5. Had no idea. Turns out they made like $8 billion from the one project, one game. And if Take-Two has to go through layoffs, it's like, what exactly is going on here? What is going on? And right after purchasing Gearbox, it's like you had to have known that, you know, either you can make this. So what bothers me about this whole thing, sorry, I'm rambling on now, but you or I, if we don't have the money to buy something and, you know, we put it on credit and we can't pay that back, we are penalized ourselves for this, right? So we wouldn't make that decision. So why is Take-Two going out and buying Gearbox when they have to lay people off? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think it ever has, you know?
Well, when you merge two companies together, there's usually some level of redundancy that is eliminated. You have, that usually happens,
right,
whenever you bring a new company on board. But reading this article, it's like, oh, they were told they need to increase they need to boost their profit margin. And some of the ways that companies will choose to do that, some companies have to have like a 5% reduction of employee staff wages per year. So they're always finding ways to squeeze as much out as they can to boost their profit margins.
Yeah.
So I'm not, unfortunately, I'm not really surprised by this.
My goodness.
Because greed never stops.
That's right. Yeah. Unfortunately.
And this is after, like, they just increased the price for GTA Plus like seriously? A month or two ago. So
yes, of course they did. Goodness gracious.
I'm just like really shocked that GTA, what's the most recent one? GTA 5. GTA 5. Right?
GTA 5.
That's been through 3 generations of consoles. That's just unreal, you know that?
Yeah.
Only GTA would get away with that.
Yeah.
That's just wild.
Yeah.
Just thinking about it, it's unreal.
I want to say they sold like 195 million units, something ungodly like that. That is crazy. And you're laying off people. It seems so crazy to me. They made I want to say, what did this? It sold over $1 billion in units in a matter of days. In a matter of days, they sold that another like $8 billion.
And you got GTA Online, which is basically a money printing machine. You've got people paying real money for in-game crap that they don't really actually have anything to show for.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden, like, think about how people would be pissed off if all of a sudden GTA Online went the same way as The Crew, and all of a sudden the game's just not playable anymore. You got to play GTA 6 now. It's gross.
It is really gross, dude. It's like, man, they're making more money. I remember reading an article that they won't get into the movie, making Grand Theft Auto a movie. It's because it's like the CEO is like, oh no, we've got plenty of money in gaming right now, so we don't need to do that. It's like, yeah, they do, but you're still laying people off, bud. Like, what's happening?
So how are you laying people off then? If you've got so much money.
Yeah, it's killing me.
They don't have all that money by spending it on the plebs and people on the front lines.
Yeah. Good night. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, you're right. You're exactly right about that. It's crazy. The whole point of bringing this one up, is it's an $8 billion company. Well, I mean, it's way more than that, but they made $8 billion off this one game, and they're still laying people off, canceling games. They need to find $165 million somewhere, so they're laying people off, cutting games or whatever. And I think it has more to do, I think, Nas, the greed part, instead of being a healthy company. I think they're probably more than healthy. They're just getting rid of people because the arrow has to continuously be pointing upwards. You know what I mean? So I think that's where we are with the state of that, which is absolutely brutal. Shame on you, Take-Two, for going out and buying a studio when you knew you had to get rid of people. Shame on you.
Shame on you for not making a new game anytime recently in this franchise.
That too.
Seriously. Come on. This is ridiculous.
That too. And
did they explain why? Sorry, Fox, go on.
No, go for it, Scotty.
I was going to say that the cancelled games, or the cancelled projects, did they explain why they were cancelled, or just put out a statement saying, right, these projects were cancelled?
They needed to find $165 million somewhere.
Is that the reason why?
Mm-hmm. It's like, and I assume what they cut, they, were spent up to that, around that much. At least 40% of it is what I read. And then, cutting people will make up the rest of that.
And that with also increasing the price of GTA Plus, it's all these little things that are to get them to the 165 million.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're pulling an Embracer. I am not happy about this. Yeah.
Any hype for GTA 6?
I'm not gonna lie. Yes.
I think everyone's getting that.
Oh, I'm not at all. I have no interest in GTA 6, honestly.
Right on.
After GTA 5, I played that. I played it a couple times. I played the single player campaign, and I thought, this is fine. This is not what I hoped. I thought the story. I'm probably going to get some grief for this, but I thought the story of GTA 5 was really kind of mediocre and bland.
I agree. It was just generic, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was just, how can we fit all of these tropes from other heist movies into this?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It just wasn't a unique story. GTA 4 had a unique story, and that's why it's so much better in my eyes.
Right on. Yeah.
The idea was there from switching different characters. I like that idea. Like you can switch different characters and whatnot, but
right.
You were saying the story was very generic, like with GTA 4, Nico Bellic, I think it was.
Yes.
That story was immense.
Like,
I admit, I wasn't a fan of the driving in GTA 4. Maybe I didn't drive. I don't know, but the story, I think, was incredible. Same with Vice City. GTA 3, even though the main protagonist didn't talk, the story was good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But yeah, GTA
Carl Johnson from San Andreas, he was a good protagonist. I wanted, you know what, GTA 5, I wanted to just play as Franklin the whole time. I didn't care about the other. I mean, Trevor was fun because, you know, you'd switch to him and you'd find yourself in like the middle of the ocean or something, running around on the highway in your underwear with a 2-star wanted level. That was fun. But I couldn't stand Michael, and it felt like the story revolved around him the most. And I'm like, you're the most boring character, man.
It's so fantastic. Oh my gosh. Golly.
Yeah, Franklin and Lamar, those guys were great together.
Right on. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, we can do this. But we're gonna get into our last one. This one was absolutely thinned out. Good Lord. This was went pretty fast. But we're gonna be talking about the UK game market growing by 4.4%. What I really liked about this one was it was giving us the numbers, what is growing, what's staying stagnant. And it really surprised me, some of the stuff that did see growth. But let's get into this one. So UK gamers market grew 4.4% last year. Physical sales declined. We knew that, better than expected. Where I wanted to start was around here, in this graph right here is pretty dank. Pretty dope. Family friendly, try to keep it, but you guys can say whatever you want. I don't care, but you know, I know if my mom saw me up here cursing like a sailor, she'd be like, you know better. And I'm like, yeah, you're right.
She's gonna tell you not to hang around guys that swear. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're more than fine, dude. I was, you know, it's totally fine. Friggin' but this is the Video Games Chronicles. This was pinned by Chris Scullion. Sorry to everyone else that I didn't shout you out. I'm sorry. Totally forgot. My brain is fried after everything. But the report, the body's new consumer market valuation report shows that the UK games consumer market value was 7.82 billion in 2023. And I want to say that's pounds. Is that right? Or
yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Compared to 7.49 billion in 2022. The report notes that the game's software sales increased by 4.1% to a total of 5.18 billion, of which less than 10% were box software sales. And when I see box software sales, I'm thinking, I think
they mean physical media, right?
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because I wanted a little bit of clarification on that. The example that came up was Microsoft, and you buy something from them and you get the key for, you know, Word and Excel and things like that. Now that's all subscription based, as far as I can tell. Yeah. It's really sad the way that's going. Physical software sales continue to drop, with a decline of 5% year on year, while digital console game sales, digital PC game sales, and mobile game sales all saw increases. Digital console game sales rose 5.6 to 2.48 billion. Digital PC games were up 4.5, and mobile game sales increased by 4.5. Which, you know, people are playing more mobile, and that's where a lot of these companies are trying to meet these guys. Diablo, their mobile game that was tried to steal all your money. You know. That's where they're trying to meet people. In terms of hardware, the report says console hardware sales were up 12% year on year, while console accessories were up 3%, and VR hardware was up 11%, which is crazy, especially since Sony's kind of not their VR, they're not really prioritizing right now. So that's crazy to see. Not all hardware saw increases. However, PC game hardware dropped by 11%. So I'm assuming more people are playing on, well, not more people are playing on, I think more people are playing on console than PC, but I think do you think PC's maybe losing a little bit of steam with people?
No.
I don't know. Yeah, I think PC gamers will always be PC gamers.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I can understand the argument why as well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I don't think it is. I don't think it's losing steam at all.
Right on.
If anything, it's probably going to get better.
Right on. Okay.
I'm wondering if where games like where consoles, well, where they would consider something like a Steam Deck to be. Would that be considered a digital PC or is that a digital console?
That is a great point. I have no idea.
Or maybe even a mobile game. Who knows?
Yeah, because I think that's a good point. So like Xbox, I think Xbox version of Steam is Xbox Cloud. I don't know if you guys have played Xbox Cloud. So Xbox Cloud is basically you play a game and it's you're streaming it. You haven't downloaded it onto your console and like you're literally streaming it.
That's dope. Yeah.
But that's been in beta for about a year.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I don't know when they're going to officially roll it out, but I think that's the direction they're going as well.
Okay.
Streaming games, so you won't be, because obviously a common complaint from us as gamers is, why have you given us this much storage but games are about 100 gigabytes?
Plus the day one patch.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
PCs always win there because obviously, you know, like if you're a PC gamer, you've obviously updated your hard drive, your storage, blah blah blah. You know what you're getting. But with a console, you've got no choice. Right, we're shipping 500 gigabytes, but our game is 100 gigabytes, so you've got 400 gigabytes left. Wait, but what if the next 4 games are 100 gigabytes?
Exactly.
I only have 5 games on the console, so it doesn't make sense.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, no, I think PC gaming will always. I think it'll just get better.
Right on.
I think it'll just naturally get better, and and Xbox might bring that streaming service to PC as well.
PC gaming has some elements to it that obviously console games don't have, and the ability to modify your game, for me personally, is something I really enjoy having. Also, just the levels of backward compatibility for previous games is much higher, and the library of those backstock of games, those retro games, are much higher than they would be for what you could play on a PS5 or an Xbox.
Yeah.
So I don't think PC gaming is going to decline. I'm actually surprised because I remember, I don't know, maybe like 10 years ago, everybody was saying, "Oh, PC gaming's going to die. Everybody's going to be playing on console." And then, and I'm just like, well, I don't know about that. I'm not sure. We'll see. And now here we go. PC gaming is better than ever in some ways.
Yeah.
More prominent in a lot of ways, actually. So who knows? I don't see that changing anytime soon, but you never can tell.
Right. Very true. Very true. This last little bit, combined, all hardware sales brought in 2.2 billion last year, an increase of 2.1. And I think you're 100% right about that. Let's see if we can get a better look at this graph here. So we got digital consoles, and that's taken up like 50% of this graph. That's crazy. Box software, you got a little chunk here. You know, your physical media here, digital PC, they are a little bit overtaking the box software. So a lot of PCs out there, and a lot of people wanting to play, you know, digital. And then mobile games, that's a big chunk, which I'm surprised to see this isn't bigger, but that's fine. That's right on. Okay, so mobile games is right up there with the digital consoles. So
what's the digital consoles that your Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo?
That's what I'm assuming. Yeah, they're digital only.
That would make sense.
Yeah, right on.
Because I was thinking, you know, PlayStation have 2 different versions. Well, 3, 4 soon. They've got the console with a disc and the console without a disc, so it's digital.
Yeah,
I thought that's what it meant.
Yeah,
I thought it meant, which would make sense, but
I think this is referring to the actual transaction type.
Gotcha.
So if you have a PS5 with a disc, but you buy a game digitally, it would count as a digital console purchase. I'm guessing that's what they mean.
Yeah. Right on.
Crap, that number's huge.
Yeah.
There's I mean, it's really convenient.
Yeah.
I mean, but how do you square the circle of reducing games then? Because when you go to a game store, they know they've got the power, so they can dictate the prices. Like, do you remember, like, back in the day when we used to go into the store and purchase these games, you notice that obviously it might have been high to start with, but gradually over the months and years, it will reduce. When digital consoles were out on consoles, same thing happened. You still had your local game stores, X, Y, and Z. They'll sell it for about £40, $40, but the console will always sell it for about 70 quid. They will always sell it for that amount of money. You got local game stores closing now, selling games. You can only get the game in the digital store.
Ooh.
They're not under any obligation to reduce the price unless we demand the price drop.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Wow. Yeah, no. Freaking I think what'll happen is if it doesn't sell as well as they think it will, they'll reduce the price. It'll probably be the same as if going into a brick and mortar store. You know, you'll have your budget or discount bin on the cloud or whatever, right? But I think it'll work relatively the same. To everyone who are listening, don't buy $70 games. Wait until they go into the bargain bin, because that's the only way that they'll change the course of these the industry standard being $70. Don't buy it right
pre-order either.
Yes. Oh God, please don't do that. I don't care if it's Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade looks like an amazing game. Don't pre-order it. Just don't.
Don't spend $130 on Star Wars Outlaws before you actually see any real gameplay.
It's not $130.
It's $130 for $130 for the Ultimate Edition. You've got like different trim levels for games now, just like you do with cars. You got your base model, you got your one that has like shiny rims, and then you got the one that's got all leather interior. They're doing that for games now. Thank you, Ubisoft. We love you. Go back to selling farm equipment, please.
What?
That's how they started. They started out back in like the 80s. They sold farm equipment. I'm not kidding. Then they got into, I think they got into computer hardware sales by buying stuff from the UK and then selling it to people in France. And then from there, they went into software development. It's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, no, that is really interesting. Like, how funny would it be to see John Deere selling games? You know, that blows my mind.
You do not want John Deere selling games.
No, I don't.
No, you want microtransactions? Then you get John Deere selling games. Guaranteed. The concept of ownership will change completely with John Deere doing it.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's so funny. I can't believe that. Oh my God.
But yeah, don't do that. Don't buy it, because if you buy it day one, you're guaranteeing yourself that you are going to pay more for that game than at any other point after that.
That's right. That's very true. So, as much as I want Stellar Blade, I mean, it's like I can't really afford. I can't make that claim to my wife, babe. Let me buy the $70 game. It's like, no. I'm going to the grocery store so we can eat. Like, fair. That's fair.
Yeah, it's true.
So
it's hard, you know. You have to get over that FOMO, that fear of missing out, right?
Yeah.
It's once you get to that point though, where you're willing to wait a little while for some games just to see how they shape out, then you end up saving yourself a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah.
And you get a better product.
Yes. Yeah. Right on. I'm not sure if let's see where this goes real quick. Dorian Block of GFK Entertainment commented that the decline of physical game sales was actually better than expected, thanks to some good performances on certain new releases in Zelda on Switch. Very cool. Okay, so it's not declining as fast as it was. Okay. In 2023, software revenue for Sony formats, PS4 and PS5 overtook Nintendo formats, Switch. He said total sales achieved a higher overall I said ASAP, but ASP than any other year on record. This was achieved by the fact that there were 17 major titles in 2023 that remained above 50 quid.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, over the entire year. Compared to just 8 titles in 2022. So more games. Right on. So this is good news just because I view the UK as like a really good test sample for everywhere else, you know, at least in the West anyway. But that's good news. It's good news. Bad news for people who want physical media is it's not declining as fast, but I do think physical media will go away, not completely, but it won't be to where it is right now. It's going to be 98% digital. So all the people who are out there that want physical media, you should not be buying digital. You should be buying physical media. You should not be buying digital at all. I don't care if it's more convenient. If you want to see it stick around, you've got to signal to these companies. Physical media has a place. It does make you money. It can make you money, but I
have an idea out of left field on this.
I love
it's something I've been thinking about it. Watch, I'm going to say it here, and then Mike Ibarra is going to say it on Twitter, and he's going to get everybody crapping on.
That was so great, dude.
The idea that I had, I get it. I get that these companies don't want to distribute their products through physical copies. I get that. Sorry, but if I want a physical copy, I should be able to generate my own. Give me the software, give me a copy of it, give me like an ISO or whatever that I can download from PlayStation or Microsoft servers, and let me make my own physical copy of the game.
Whoa.
You are not spending anything more. You're providing something to me that you're already giving.
Yeah.
Let me download it. Let me make my own copy. And if you're worried about piracy or whatnot, you can have some sort of like however many factor authentication to make sure that I'm the legal owner of this. Whatever. Those are all details that can be worked out. But let me make my own physical copy.
Wow. Okay.
I don't understand why that isn't something that's being asked for.
He's done it again. See, Gamer Geek's gonna love that. She's gonna love that because she's a big proponent of physical games. But go for it, Scotty. Sorry.
Suppose you want it. Suppose it's April 28th, right? And you've used, I don't know, 298 of your 300 gigs of data that you can use before you have to pay more to this company, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to use any more. I don't want to use any more data because I'm going to have to pay more for it. And that goes into the price of buying a product.
Yeah.
But if I can go over to a friend's house and I can log in and downloading a copy from his because he's got unlimited data or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe this isn't the best example, but it's factoring in how much you have to pay for the bandwidth that you're using is going to go into the price of the game as well.
Yeah.
And I don't think people should be punished for that because not everybody has an unlimited data plan.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yes.
Not only that, but I don't always want to have to use my internet connection to play, especially a single player game. Why the hell do I have to do that? That doesn't make any sense. That's stupid.
It is.
From a consumer perspective. Unless you're just trying to exert control. Like you can take this game away from me at any time. Well, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Why do I want that? Why am I paying the full price for this then?
The always online games. It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
We were talking about The Crew earlier. I don't know if you were around for that, Fox, but The Crew was a game that was just removed and you can't play anymore.
Yes. Yep.
Because Ubisoft Ivory Tower decided to shut it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I remember. I do remember.
The games need expiry dates now. I hate how consumer hostile it is.
Yeah. It's super bad. Super bad.
It's like you're leasing a game, isn't it?
Yes.
You don't own it.
Yeah.
This is it. So no, your idea about getting the extract of the game, putting it onto a physical disc which is yours, then you're owning the game.
And then here's the thing, you know what you can do? You can do on top of that, you can sell people your own branded PlayStation Blu-ray burner or whatever and sell it to them for whatever markup you want so you can still dip your beak a little bit. You greedy jerks.
So great. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Yeah, it's freaking, you're exactly right about that. And if I can say this again, the first idea was great. This idea, I gotta say, is probably better. It's better. You know, you won't get as much flack for this one. That's for sure. But again, the first one, if the base game is $40, I don't see any problem tipping more. $70, and then, you know, being a ex-president of Blizzard, he was going to take some flack from that. But
that game has to be really freaking spectacular for me to want to tip on $70.
100%. Like God of War,
life changing.
Yeah, God of War is not worth it. God of War is not worth it. Hellblade is not worth it, and I love that game. You know, especially if you're charging me $70 already. No, you can't have it all. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Rise of the Ronin. I admit that's not a $70 game.
There you go.
Not. I've stopped playing it to play Evil West, and Evil West was free on Game Pass. So, but that's a good example. Evil West, I thought about, and I probably will. I probably will buy the game because the game was so good. Though I got it free on Game Pass.
Right on. Good Lord, man. That's
dope.
The
game, it's tremendous. I really like it. I think it's crazy.
All right. Let's get into the comments real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Sorry to take us so much of your guys' time. Jeez.
No, man, this is great. Always is.
Oh,
brilliant.
I'm like, I don't even remember how to make waffles anymore. It really scorched my brain, dude. I can smell toast. You know. Oh, it's so bad. Let's see if we can get this going. All right. Oh no, we got that one already. Forrest Whitaker. We've read that one from Lord Beers. Let's see. Here we go. Lord Beers. They actually made a prequel taking TV series for 2 seasons on NBC. Believe it or not, that's hilarious. A prequel.
Really?
Why would they do that?
How? It's such a weird premise to make a prequel from. But
I'm assuming it got cancelled. Made a prequel.
It's like, how many times can you tell that story? Oh no, my daughter's taken. And wasn't the last one his wife got taken or whatever? So he's bad at holding on to people, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. I think he needs to sort himself out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a TV series, and it was actually has a 6.6 rating on IMDb. Believe it or not.
That's not bad. Hey, that's above average. You know.
Yeah.
I'll give you.
Yeah, that's a good point. Just to go off topic. So IMDb, what score to you is this show's worth watching? For me, it's got to be 7.4 and above.
Right on.
7.5
Wow.
and above.
Okay.
Yeah. That's really high. I really don't know, because I usually look at more than just I actually started to look a lot more at details about a TV show or a movie before I decide if I want to watch it. I'll look at like who's written it, who's directed it.
Yeah.
This was created. Holy
There you go.
Nikes. Yeah, I didn't want to say a bad word in case Fox's mom comes after me. But this was created by Luc Besson, who, I don't know if you guys know, he was the writer for The Fifth Element.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, is that with Bruce Willis?
Yeah. And Mila Jovovich. And
okay.
That's all you needed to say was Mila Jovovich. That's it. But yes, no, that is probably my top 3 favorite movie of all time. It is so good. I don't care how quirky it is.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. It's so
Chris
great.
Tucker in that movie.
Oh
my
god. I can't think of a weak part of that movie at all. It was, the cast was amazing. Debo as the president of Earth.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel bad. I don't know what the actor's name is. I keep calling him Debo every single time I see
him. Yeah, Debo. I just, that's how everyone knows him. But yeah, dude, no, that is great. The only thing that took me out of it is when they were in the theater on on the cruise or whatever.
The Floston Paradise. Yeah,
is the balloon head that takes me out of it every time. It's like, wow, that's just head. Bad with the lady that was singing.
The
blue lady. Yeah.
The blue lady. Oh yeah.
The balloon head. Was
the song, like that whole sequence.
So no, this sequence is amazing. That whole thing, everything is amazing about that scene. It's just her costume. The balloon head is just.
Oh, she looked like a souped up Twi'lek from Star Wars.
It's amazing.
I was just wondering, like, how the hell did she get the stones inside of her? But I don't know.
Right on.
Did she have to eat them?
That's what I'm thinking too. But you remember in The Dark Knight where with Joker, where they surgically put him in there, you know?
Oh,
so I'm thinking it might be
it was like just
that.
sewn right under the skin, right?
Yeah. So it might have been something like that, or her physiology just might be just different, you know?
That's true. Yeah.
A new version of kidney stones. You like that?
You just take me out from there. It's like, you know what? I've lived a pretty good life. So I'm good. From Lord Beerus, if Mama Fox gets mad at you for cussing, blame me. Doesn't bother me. As Geek says, I'm a punk, so I'm a perfect scapegoat. Right on. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. In honor of 420, from Lord Beerus, I'll quote a hysterical movie. I think we're parked, man. Oh, Super Troopers. Oh no, never mind. I thought it was Super Troopers. It's a Cheech and Chong. That's a famous line from Cheech and Chong movie.
Okay,
Figured I'd bring this stoner comedy for our viewers.
I just learned something that I really wish I didn't. Apparently, Cheech and Chong are gonna be in Fortnite.
Oh.
Wish I was kidding.
Yikes.
Oh God.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that line was from Super Troopers, where he's he's pulled over. He can't pull over any further.
Sorry, not Fall of Duty. Not
Fallout, but Call of Duty.
Well, not
what?
Yes, Call of Duty. It was what I meant. Not Fortnite. Call of Duty. I called it Fall of Duty.
Well, that's pretty accurate.
I know, but I didn't mean it. I wish I did now.
It's great. Oh my gosh.
No, they're gonna be a DLC for Call of Duty. Jesus Christ.
Call of Duty. That's great. Lord Beers, before the panel is done, I understand that Marvel and Disney have an image to maintain, but bring back Beau DeMaio to X-Men 97. I agree. We need his dramatic writing to make the story so emotional. Thoughts? 100% agree with that. And I love that Beau DeMaio was on the front lines for Henry Cavill over it when he was on The Witcher. And he's the one that was kind of sounding the alarm. It's like, hey, you know, Henry Cavill's leaving because they're not sticking to the material.
Ooh.
So Beau DeMaio, they should bring him back. I don't even think it's come out what he actually did yet. I don't think it's actually...
Didn't he have like I said, an OnlyFans or something like that? And he was, who cares? It do good work. Fine, that's good enough.
And it's amazing work. He did really
good. If he's not doing anything that's illegal and it's not hurting anybody, then why is it anybody else's business?
100%. Yep. I agree 100%. Yes.
But it's interesting though, you mentioned the whole Henry Cavill getting upset that they didn't want to keep to the lore of The Witcher because now he's dealing with Warhammer and that whole nonsense. But I'm interested to see what his reaction is going to be out of all of that, if anything.
Man. He's 2 for 2 now.
Yeah. He doesn't have any luck.
No.
You know, outside of being an extremely popular and famous Hollywood actor, he doesn't have any luck at all.
I see the sarcasm there. I can smell it. Smells good. Lord Beerus, speaking of Sega, did any of you hear about a Sega crossover mobile game from back in the day called Sega Heroes? It was a match 3 game, but had multiple Sega franchises crossing over together. No, I haven't.
That rings a bell. Oh.
But
that rings a bell. Sega Heroes.
Okay. Do they have any games like that in Sega that are comparable to, say, like a Smash Brothers?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I wonder if that was Sonic, Street Fighter characters. That rings a bell, though.
Man, that's weird.
Google. You know what? I think Nickelodeon have a similar thing to Smash Brothers, you know?
Oh, yeah. Now, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, my son is going crazy.
Man, I spent so much time playing that game back in the day. I think it was for GameCube originally.
It's absolutely nuts. Check this out. Here, let me bring. Whoa, this was even crazier. Oh my gosh, I can't get this right. Anyway, let's check this out. But yeah, this is what we're looking at. Sega Heroes launch trailer. This one's relatively recent. It's back in 2018.
Mega Man must be involved in that, surely.
You would think so.
Yeah. For Sega?
He was an SNES guy.
No, I think he was mostly NES.
Yeah.
Was he actually?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was totally wrong on that. But Sonic is for sure part of it. Oh, wrong one.
I feel like you could do something like that with just Sonic characters.
Me too.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah. But right on. Okay. That's freaking cool. Let me do that right. I don't know what I'm doing over here.
A Street Fighter style game with Sonic characters. I think that would be a sell.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Well, it's funny you say that. You know, the latest Smash Brothers on, what's the latest Nintendo Switch.
Switch, yeah.
They've got Ryu and Ken. They got Snake from Metal Gear Solid in it.
Yeah.
They've got Kazuya from Tekken. Like they've
got wow,
literally everyone.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Interesting.
Right on. I think I'm being summoned. Let's power through these real quick. There we go. Lord Beers. Okay, this draw KS, but Gladiator for Marvel vs Superman and Death Battle. Who wins? This is something I've been thinking about since X-Men 7 debuted. Chaos, but Gladiator for Marvel vs Superman and Death Battle.
Wait, Gladiator.
No.
Wasn't Gladiator? Wasn't he the? I remember him. He had like a funky mohawk thing. He was part of the Shi'ar Empire, wasn't he? Am I thinking of the wrong thing?
I don't know this character.
I remember from the X-Men cartoon when they all go to space. That dude he was a great character.
You hit it right on the head.
Super strong. Like I don't think I ever watched an episode of him where he was defeated.
Holy crap! Right on. Was he a good guy, bad guy? Because I have no idea.
Not really either.
Okay, so he's just in it for himself.
No, he's
an anti-hero.
I can't remember. It's really scraping the bottom of my
memory.
The little bit of knowledge that I have.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was a good or bad character. I think he was just sort of like a sentinel, fictional character appearing in American comic. Yeah, but he was very, very strong.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean, the knock against Superman is that he's not like obviously he's super powered, but he's not really a good fighter.
Oh, okay.
Where if you depowered Superman and had him go 1v1 versus Batman would kick his ass.
Yeah, 100%.
Just soundly defeat him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You'll outsmart him.
I remember Gladiator actually. I don't know. I think. Oh, definitely. I mean, even with a fully superpowered Superman, Batman can outsmart him sometimes.
Yes. Yep. He
can
take out the entire Justice League, which is awesome. That's one of the reasons Batman is one of my favorites.
Justice League Doom?
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
But
I don't know. I would give the edge to Gladiator, maybe.
Okay. Whoa. Against Superman?
Again, it's hard to tell. It's hard to gauge power levels, right? Especially when you're crossing between Marvel and DC. But assuming that the power levels are the same, I don't know. I think maybe Gladiator.
Okay. Right on. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get to all of the comments. She's having a hard go of it. We got 4 kids, so oof. It's amazing she lets me do this. Let is a strong word, I guess. But I'll take a look at the comments after the fact. John DBZ is in the comments. Appreciate you showing up. I'm so sorry, man, that we had technical difficulties this morning. Well, I did anyway. Sorry. But thank you guys, dude. It's so awesome every time we get online. Nas always brings from left field something that will completely change the gaming industry in a good way. And Scotty, it's not just your accent, but I love your commentary on everything, dude. It's amazing.
Thank you, man.
But I'll meet you guys on the other side of this. I'm just gonna do the outro real quick. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Sorry. Right on. First things first, thank you to the panel. We have all of their links in the description. I feel bad for not tossing that out there at the top of this, but definitely go watch their videos. Scotty has like more abstract stuff. He's answering questions about the gaming industry rather than, tackling news or anything like we do on here. So definitely go check him out. Him and Kai, awesome guys. And Nas, he likes answering like great questions, like how to get the gaming industry back on track as far as the money and I guess the things that you want to buy. You know, he's trying to get it back to where people want to buy video games again. But definitely check out their channels. Amazing guys. Their links are in the description. But that's all that we've got for today. I can totally hear my son going nuts in the background. But until next time, keep it casual. Peace.